let me tell you my story with my shift in English. I started my career in Morocco 20 years ago, and it was in textile. I was working for a company. At this time, we were speaking 100% with our stakeholders. Our customers were French. The guy who sold us the cotton was French speaking, etc. And so I never used English at this time. Then I worked for real estate. And also in real estate, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, the Moroccan real estate developers were more European oriented. So we went to the SMAP, we went to the MAPI, to the MIPIM in Cannes, in Paris, etc. So my usual language of work was Arabic and French. And around 2010, I wanted to serve my country. So I public governance, public management. So I see the catalog of Sciences Po Paris for the contents, and I also had a look on the catalog of executive education program of two other schools, Hertie School in Berlin, and also Harvard Kennedy School at Cambridge in Berlin. I have 2 or 3 executive program in Berlin in English about campaigning, interaction between state, NGOs and corporate rights, etc. So then I went to Harvard for an executive program in leadership, and it was amazing. It changed my life because after this executive program, I launched with a group of friends, Tizi, Charkaoui initiative, who invited us today. And then also I started. We had an interest for new business, the business of leisure, FECs, Family Entertainment Centers. In Europe there is very few FECs, but there is thousands of FECs in the United States and Canada. So I had my first executive program in leisure, in Orlando, in English, and I discovered the American way of thinking, the mindset of the Anglo-Saxon. From 2010-11 until now, all my interest on public leadership, public governance, creating public value, leadership, empowering youth. The Moroccan way of la manière d'être au monde. How can we speak English? The way of being, the Moroccan way of being. I feel as a Moroccan, more close in the mindset, because I think we'll come back on the mindset. I closer to the Anglo-Saxon mindset than the Latin mindset. In fact, when we see the story of Morocco, in the last century, the 20th century, we had, thanks to the French, a bureaucracy in Morocco. And bureaucracy is very important in the story of a state because it brings standards, process, evaluation, etc. and so on. So bureaucracy in the 20th century was a good thing for Morocco. But in the 21st century, we have to go ahead with the public leadership, public sector. You have new concepts like public value. In the economic field, we talk about creating value by doing to add something to a process. But creating public value, that means you can measure the performance, the KPIs for the civil servant are not the conformity of the process, but the KPI is what is the value you create, the public value you create, what is the satisfaction of the citizens you get with the work. So the mindset is different, and I would like to share the differences between two mindsets. The Anglo-Saxon mindset for the public sector and the Latin mindset. So we have, in English, you say civil servant versus fonctionnaire. A civil servant is the guy or the woman who serves the public. You are here to help citizens in their life. Le fonctionnaire have to make a function. Tu dois faire une fonction. Tu dois faire un process. In the Anglo-Saxon mindset, your evaluation is based on citizen satisfaction. In the Latin mindset, it's more the respect of the process. Are you respecting the process? The process is the king. Or in the Anglo-Saxon mindset, what is the center is the citizenship. The citizen is at the center of the conception of the policies. In one hand, you say public manager, bureaucrats, public champions versus technocrats, meritocracy versus mediocracy. What I mean by saying that the shift in Morocco is not a shift in the public sector, it's a shift in the mindset. And the biggest question is who can make the shift in the public sector to change the mindset? Because bureaucracy have mechanism of self-defense. Bureaucracy is trying by many ways to protect itself. So the change can happen from an initiative from politicians or monarchy. So if the monarchy of the politicians by the election decide to make a shift, a transformation, a revolution in the mindset of the administration, the Moroccan administration, to shift to an Anglo-Saxon mindset, we can have a change in all the way that the government, administration, the state have his relation with, I think, the place of French. The place of French is the elephant in the room. We have to talk about it. We all are Moroccans, we are Amazigh, we are Arabs, we have Hebraic roots, we have Andalus roots, French. And the French culture is also a part of our identity. The issue is that we have to recognize the impact of French. The French identity is also a part of the Moroccan identity. But now we have to make choices. We have 37 million Moroccans who are looking for jobs. They have to build families, to go ahead in their life, and to catch more opportunities in Morocco and abroad. The question is, must we keep and stuck on the French way of thinking or French administration, or must we open to new kind of administration, of new kind of way of thinking or way of being? That is the issue. And I think in this book, Benmakhlouf, I stand for a shift in the public culture in the Moroccan administration, to go towards more leadership, to give the right to mistake, to liberate, to free energies of the people working in the government to make choice for Morocco. So this conference, I think, and I wanted to thank you, Sophia, to organize this conference about such an important issue for our future, is if we love Morocco, if we want that Morocco emerge, if we want to be one of the most growing country in the continent, we have to make choices. So the Anglo-Saxon mindset is, from my point of view, is a very, very important shift to make in our. So we have to have the capacities to build this vision. So we need many academies, many institutes to inject or to share or to implement the leadership skills in the administration and the offices and the public agency and the government agency. That's why I wrote this book, which is a real milestones to implement leadership in public administration in Morocco. So I'm very committed on this topic. That's why I accepted the proposal of Asma Al-Haji to start a new startup, Moroccan Leadership Institute, and we are now working for a lot of Moroccan corporates. But we have no order, no interest from the public administration and the governmental agencies.